Welcome to the Badass Direct Sales Mastery Podcast with your direct sales dom, Jennie Bellinger. Badass Direct Sales Mastery is a podcast for rock star direct sales moms who are determined to make their business kick ass. Jennie will share her knowledge of effective sales and recruiting techniques, tips to get what you want from your business, and will interview direct sales professionals and leaders from various companies. The interviews will give insight to how these rock stars got to where they are and where they plan to grow in the future. And now, the direct sales dom, Jennie Bellinger.
Welcome back to another episode of Badass Direct Sales Mastery Podcast and YouTube. I am your direct sales dom, Jennie Bellinger. And today I have with me the done for you concierge, Stacy Braiuca. And you're probably wondering, what do you mean done for you? So let me tell you a little bit more about Stacy, and then we'll dive right into talking about what that means. So Stacy Braiuca is a 25 plus year therapist and self-proclaimed geek girl. So if you've been listening to the podcast for any amount of time, you know, all right, that's where those two connected. They are both geeky, nerdy, techie people, right? And Stacy has spent her career both helping others and teaching them how to use technology to be more productive. This is allowing them to get things that they want to be done while finding more time to balance their lives and their loves. I love that. Oh. Now thought leaders hire Stacy to generate leads using online events, giveaways, and events so that they can focus on spreading their message stress-free. To get there, she works with you on online classes, help you set up your own technology, do your own events through coaching, and leading the done for you concierge full service production team. And I have to say, I have benefited from the conversation with her entire team. Y'all, I cannot wait to share Stacy with you right now. So welcome to the show, Stacy.
Thank you for having me.
Yay.
You're gonna share me with folks?
I'm going to share you with folks. Yeah. We can make this as dirty as you want, girl, because this podcast is explicit.
And you and I never get that way.
No, we never go down that path. Like I used to. Yeah. A halo. Let me tell you, my best friend and I in college used to tell people, we don't just go there. We live there. We own property there. In fact, you pay rent to me when you come here because I live here, right? And my friend was like, oh, no. I'm the fucking mayor. I'm the fucking mayor of going there, okay? So when people go there, they have to bow down to my rules because I'm the mayor. And I was like, you're right. You're right.
You're paying them taxes.
I am paying her
on
taxes.
Your property.
Exactly. I'm totally cool with that. But yeah,
well,
so we
I
can
take it up one
there.
more level then.
Oh, bring it.
I'm the queen of there.
Yes.
So
the mayor is paying the queen.
The mayor's paying me
nice. Royalties. You're the queen. You can call it whatever the hell you want.
That's true. Yeah, well, let's just call it royalties.
She's paying you royalties.
Yeah.
So, and what's interesting is you both live in the same city.
Well,
so,
you know,
we're all wonderful Midwestern girls.
Midwestern girls are, yeah.
Nobody thinks that Midwestern girls can be that dirty. We're like, oh, honey, you
they're
just
thinking
don't
of
even
a
know.
different Midwestern girl than I ever have been.
They just don't know me and my team yet. That's what it is. Me and my crew. So let's start with this. Okay. So you've been a therapist for 25 plus years now.
Yep.
Okay. How do you move from being a therapist, and you're still therapizing, and that's a word. Therapizing. Yes.
Mm-hmm.
How do you move from a therapy career into a tech-based career where you're helping business owners be able to get out in front of the people they need to be in front of in order to grow their business? So tell us, how'd you get into therapy? And then tell us about the transition of moving from therapy to tech.
Well, I'll have to back the bus up.
Do it.
1978.
Oh my.
Long before I was a therapist.
Okay.
By about 20 years.
Okay.
I was a geek girl starting then. So I have been
Nice.
in geek since about 1978. My first computer was a Commodore 64.
Ooh.
I was in about 5th grade in a certain program in school, even before other colleagues of mine in school had anything to do with a computer. I was learning how to program them.
They didn't
So
even know how to turn them on. Haha, wink,
they
wink,
didn't
nudge,
even have
nudge.
them to turn. They didn't even have anything they could turn on, let alone know how to turn it on. I was turning it on and making it do things.
I love this.
I was turning it on and making it do things and making it do what I wanted.
Ooh. So you were doming the computers.
I was doming the computers in 1978 as a 5th grader.
Holy crap.
And
Okay.
then I was supposed to be an engineer out of high school. So the career was supposed to be technology.
Mm.
And then life happened.
Yeah.
And for things, whatever, life happened.
Yeah.
And so instead, I became a human services engineer and helped people go through the problem solving process and change.
Oh, I love
Uh-huh. So I've been helping people in the problem solving process and making changes they wanted to change.
it. Mm-hmm.
And now finally, my two worlds have collided.
Ooh.
And I get to help people with the terror and frustration and anxiety and all of those things that come with using technology. I get to help them do that and to be able to use that technology so that they can continue changes they want to make to be able to be their full self in business.
Mm.
So I've had colleagues call me jokingly the technology therapist now, which I love. Legal disclaimer, I'm not doing therapy with you when I'm working on technology.
Good. Okay.
But other than the legal disclaimer, I actually love it. I think it's a fun title because yes, we all have things that make us frustrated and anxious and angry and, bring up more emotion than they need to.
Yeah.
Because those emotions are all great and good. You need those to be human, frankly.
Yes.
But when you have too much of them, it causes you to get stuck. And I help people get unstuck because I've gathered a team of other geek girls around me who have been in technology as long as I have. And we take care of the technology things for you, but we also help you with strategy of what you want, what you need, and what you want to get done. So one of the things that makes us different is I have a very strong mission, if you will, that this business always starts where the client is. My foundation is, and that comes to me from a therapist standpoint, is starting where you are. We don't just say, oh, you need to use X, Y, and Z systems because that's what we promote.
Right.
Because that's not right. Okay. So we start where you are. We do a full assessment of what is your technology literacy? What is your budget? What are you using already? Where do you want to go with this? And how long does that journey look like for you? And where are you at on it now? And we look at a lot of different things surrounding your business before we even start advising you on what potential other technology to do or how we can help you, or whether it's done with you, done for you, done around you.
Oh, that's a new thing. I haven't heard that. Done around you.
With you,
I like
for
that.
you, or around you. One of the ways we help do it for you.
That sounds almost orgy like. Things are done with you, done for you, and done around you.
Sometimes it is done around you. It's done right around you. You're watching it happen around you.
Yeah. Oh my gosh.
Which is very, you might be voyeuristic.
Yeah. Which is totally cool. Yeah. To see things happening in your business. Ooh, see things happen in your business around you, and all you did was ask Stacy for help. Oh, it's so easy.
Because what you need to do to move forward in business is frequently automate the things you can, which may be technology. It may be mindset. Okay. That's not always technology. Delegate the things you can't do, don't want to do, or don't know how to do, so that you can work in your magic space. Because none of us went into business to do, we thought we went into business to do all of it.
Yeah.
But we quickly find out that, we really don't want to do all of it. Somebody else needs to do this part and this part and this part, because I really went into business to do this part that I love.
Yeah.
And so that's part of the strategy we do, is to help you get to where you can do the things you love.
Ooh,
And all the
love
other
that.
things happen around you.
That's awesome, because I do hear this a lot from my clients, from other clients, some of whom are in the direct sales realm, some of whom are in the entrepreneur, solopreneur realm, that it's very lonely and can be very lonely, and it's because they don't always realize what options they have to get things done to build their business. And this is one of those ways. And I love that, I love that what this does, because that one of the big questions I'm getting from clients right now is, how do I meet new people? How do I get in front of more people? Because I can't go out and be in front of people, right? We're not doing networking events in person. We're not doing, events for our businesses in person.
Doing anything in person.
Right. So how do I get in front of people online? And virtual summits are one way to do that. And that's one thing that you guys do. So for those who are listening now, if they've been listening to my show long enough, they've been hearing about the Badass Direct Sales Mastery Virtual Summit that is coming up in early November of 2020.
I'm so excited.
Yay. But they may not know. They've been hearing me talk about it, but they're like, what the hell is it? What is it? So let's break down what a virtual summit is, so people have an idea from the participant standpoint, what that looks like, and from the producer's standpoint, not that we have to go into all the mire and the muck, but just to get an idea of what is a virtual summit. Because frankly, until I participated in my first one just a few months ago, I didn't know what it was either. I didn't.
Yeah, there's really several pieces to it. You have the participant who's watching and learning new things.
Yep.
Right. And maybe even getting free stuff from each of the people they watch. Know? Okay. So you have that participant. So as a participant, you can go and learn all sorts of things, and you can get free goodies that'll help you, build your business. Frequently it's building your business. Sometimes it's other things. Then you have the speaker's standpoint. And so for that speaker, they're getting their stuff out in front of new people. So they're out showing off their stuff to new people.
We got a bunch of exhibitionists showing their stuff.
Yeah. So if you're listening, you just missed the visual of,
Stacy flashed us, guys. You got to go watch the YouTube now.
You have to watch the YouTube. There's lots of, we're not even going to go any deeper. We're just going to watch.
Yep. So the speakers
can get their message out farther to new audiences, because all of the speakers have cross-pollinated or come together with, and exchanging their lists and exchanging who they serve and where, bringing all their guests all to the same table, if you will.
Right.
So for the speakers, and the speakers then get new leads. So one of the biggest things that comes out of a lot of the events and things we help people with, not just summits, but giveaways, challenges, and summits.
Ooh, okay.
Is lead generation.
Ah.
Lead generation is the number one thing that you get out of any of those things. If you're looking at that event or that thing to make you money directly, you're going to probably be disappointed.
Yeah.
I mean, agree. You are.
And let me put this into context for the listener. So one thing I have regularly told my clients for years now is, in the realm of direct sales, if you're going to vendor events in the hopes that you're going to make a crap ton of money and sell a bunch of product at a vendor event, you're going to be sorely disappointed. The purpose of the vendor event is to meet new people, get people who will sign up for your giveaway at the event, right? So that's what these giveaways and things that Stacy's talking about. This is the new vendor event.
It's way the new vendor event in a variety of ways, because in a summit, you could be a speaker that has a free giveaway that gets people on your list. But in some events, some summits also have an exhibit hall where you could be in the exhibit hall and you could have your virtual vendor table up.
Ooh.
So if you might have a summit who has a virtual vendor table available that you're like, okay, you can be a speaker in the event for this price, or you could be a speaker and a virtual vendor for this price.
Oh.
And, so that, the day after the summit, we're going to have all the virtual vendor tables open, and we're going to be sending people to your virtual vendor table the next day. So they've heard what you're speaking about on Thursday, and on Friday, they can come to your virtual vendor table anytime, and you're going to be there signing more people up.
Oh my freaking God, that's brilliant.
Uh-huh. So you can have an exhibit hall.
Is that like a giant Zoom room with breakout rooms, or?
It could be as
lots of different ways to do it.
Or you could have it with breakout rooms, which I think would be that would be awesome, because then everybody comes into one room and then they get to go to the different vendors. You can come in and say, oh, I want to go to so-and-so's. Boom. Okay. See you later. Have fun talking to Jenny about her stuff. And then they come back in the main room and you go, oh, well, I want to talk to Virginia now.
Yeah.
And they go tell Virginia I said hi. And then they come back and they're like, I want to talk to Marcy. And they go to talk to Marcy and they're like, oh my God, that was the best one yet. So yeah, so you can have a virtual vendor hall.
I love this.
And there actually are platforms out there that create the vendor halls for you.
Ooh, okay.
There's also a platform that same platform creates a vendor hall. It creates breakout sessions that people can go to. It also has an app for your participants to be on an app for their phone to participate in your summit from an app. And networking that they can do together during your event, and messaging that you can send out to them during your event.
Holy
like
cow.
They're not just in a Zoom room. It's not just a Zoom room anymore, folks. We've gone from Zoom, everybody knows what Zoom rooms are now because of what we've all lived through.
Yes.
But this particular app, and we are literally testing it right now, it can do all of those other things on top of it. So it's going to kick up just this Zoom room thing up another notch. But for you, we've talked about the speakers.
Yes.
All of the things I just talked about are benefits for the host or the hostess.
Mm-hmm.
So the hostess with the mostest not only then gets all of those leads, because they get all of the leads from all of their speakers.
Yep.
Right? Because of the work that they're going to put in to put everything together to make sure all the speakers, they have all speakers from health and beauty.
Mm-hmm.
So they're going to put on a summit just about health and beauty, and they're going to bring people that have different health and beauty audiences, but yet they have some synergy with each other.
Yeah.
And so that you can all benefit from connecting with each other, and you can benefit from being vendors in that same exhibit hall.
Nice.
Then, as a host, you are the expert in being the mayor of Health and Beauty Town.
Right.
You're the expert that brings all of everybody together. You're the one who is doing the interviews for the speakers. You're the one who is seen as the main expert. So it elevates your expertise, but then it also brings you those leads. And you have content that you can then repurpose in lots of ways.
Yes, absolutely. I mean, so the very first virtual summit I participated in was over the summer, Badass Women in Business. And I got 2 clients from it. 2 people I had never met.
And you would never have met.
Have met any other way, right?
They wouldn't have come into your funnel that way. And here's the other magic that I have a feelings behind that.
Uh-huh.
Not only do you have those 2 clients, those 2 people know people.
Yep.
And they know groups of people who you would never have gotten in front of.
Exactly. So
and I know an entree as well as 2 new clients.
And I know that they attend summits. So when I have my summit, they're going to be attending that summit, right? And so
bringing peeps.
And bringing their friends, going, oh my gosh, my coach is doing a blah, 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 right? Mm-hmm. And it's totally free for all of you to come check it out. And you're going to learn about this, and you're going to learn about this, and you're going to learn about this, because I already know who my speakers are, right?
And wait until you hear how fun they are when they present.
Exactly.
You got to come see them.
Jenny's so much fun.
The video.
Yeah. Yeah, you got to be on live because they're going to interact with us. We get to ask questions right then and there with these people. So, it's all of this wonderfulness going on. So the listener who's listening right now, their head is probably swimming, going, "Oh gosh!" So I have the opportunity to participate in a virtual summit. So if you guys want to see what it's like, luckily, when this episode airs, if you're listening right now, there's a good chance you could still jump on to the Badass Direct Sales Mastery Virtual Summit. So make sure you go to badassdirectsalesmastery.com, and you could even hear Stacy speak again to learn more about this because she's one of the speakers on the summit. And so you can participate, see what it looks like on the participant side, right? Because that's really what helped get me going down this path of doing it myself for my business, right? Was I participated in a virtual summit first.
Right.
I went and saw somebody else's thing to go, okay, what the hell is this that I just signed up for to be a speaker on? Oh my God, what did I just do? Right? Yes. Even the Dom has moments of, what the fuck did I just do? Okay.
Oh shit. I have to do what?
Yeah,
Maybe I need to go watch and see how somebody else does that one.
So luckily I did not sign up as the first speaker on the first day, right? So I was able to go see what that looked like and went, okay, got it. Good. I can do that. It's an interview style. Sweet. Right. So then from there, I then also was the speaker. So I got the benefit of the speaker piece. And now going through, I'm like, oh my gosh, as a speaker, I got 2 new clients. And in the process of getting to 2 new clients, I did speak to 5 different people to get 2 new clients.
It's like, I've done that. I've had it done to me, or I've had it done to me. I've done it now to others. And then now I'm going to do it to everybody.
Yes, exactly. So you go from being monogamous to poly to pan. Anybody who's listening who has no idea what that is, have fun Googling. But I have a feeling if you're listening, you know what the hell we're talking about.
Sorry about the rabbit hole, folks. Lock off the next 4 hours of your life.
So I want to give an example because I know that there's a client that you and I share. That's even funnier. I didn't intend that. There's a client that you and I both have as a client. Okay. And she has worked with you and another coach that we know to help her set up one of these types of events. So would you give us a brief overview of how you kind of worked with her? Because she's a direct sales leader and she has put together these virtual summits called retreats. And she doesn't call them summits, she calls them retreats. So she's getting it. This is a lead generator for her and it's working, people. It's working. So tell us, we're just going to call her by her first name, Marcy. Okay. So Marcy worked with you. What did it look like for Marcy to work with you as a direct sales leader?
Okay. So we were all 3 in a class one day. And I was talking about helping people with events and the technology and such. And she said, if you had a class about that, I'd be there. And I said, well, then I'm having a class on it and I'll see you there.
Yes.
And so I did. And she was one of the first and very astute students. We walked through the basics in a 4-week class, the basics of virtual summits, virtual events, what things you need. And as a matter of fact, I have a top 10 list of what things you need. So we dove deeper into those things and what each one means. So, you've got to have people from your industry that are leaders, but it doesn't have to be like, so I'm just going to take a direct sales example that I was involved in years ago. My mother-in-law went very high up in as a leader, and another colleague of ours was in a very well-known cosmetics company.
Okay.
Who's been around for a long time. And I tried to become involved in that system and I didn't get very far. But let's say that, while I was in there, and even if I wasn't that as far up as my mother-in-law, who was a director in that company, I could still get 5 or 6 people who I knew were leaders. I could have had her, I could have had other people in our group, all as leaders. And then we all invite all of our clients to come and learn something.
There you go.
my understanding is that's what our shared client,
Yeah, that's what Marcy did.
She
Yeah.
brought a couple. She had has about three of her colleagues on her last event anyway, had about three of her colleagues all came together, and they each spoke about different pieces of
self-care.
Self-care and wellness. And if you're listening to this in 2020, you know the reasons we need self-care. If you're listening to this in 2021, frankly, we're going to need self-care forever just because of what happened to us this year.
Yeah.
Let's just be real.
Yeah,
Okay.
agreed.
I mean, before 2020, self-care, sleep, and stress were the three top things underneath every public health problem in this world before COVID.
Right.
Okay. And now more so.
Mm-hmm.
So she picked a great topic. She picked leaders in her industry that she was already with. They shared their audiences. And, so she started in that 4-week class and learned those pieces and parts. She did her first couple of events. And now she's in a technology coaching program to build her website based on her events, and to take those new leads she has, not only in her direct sales company,
right,
but to be able to take those leads and help coach people even more. So I think her vision is not just within her direct sales company, but also taking those people she's working with there and help take them farther. As somebody who is helping to teach you how to take care of yourself, learn wellness, learn self-care, and keep you balanced the best way possible in life.
And let me share a result that she's gotten from doing these summits. So these retreats that she did online, so she is with a skincare company. She brought on an art therapist and brought on a yogini. So somebody who teaches yoga. So they were doing skincare, art therapy, and yoga, right?
I mean, who doesn't want that as a spa day?
And all the participants, as part of their ticket to come to this retreat, got a goodie box with samples of the skincare, got a goodie box with samples of oils, essential oils to use during their yoga session. Okay. And then some really nice colored pencils, not like the rose art, like Dollar General ones. Okay. No offense, Dollar General. But they got the high end colored pencils and a really nice adult coloring book that was probably more conservative than I would have sent my people.
Right.
But from doing that retreat, they have now been hired by an international company to do a retreat for their employees. So now she's going to be in front of an international company that has employees in multiple countries around the world, and being able to send her. So now she's not just local. She's not just national. She's international now in doing this retreat for companies, for their employees, as a thank you. And please let us take care of you during this time.
And two other things I just heard in that. She has her experts are all in, your experts could be all in different types of direct sales programs so that you all build your direct sales business, but you also cross-pollinate and build your how do we work together and synergistically change the world business, because they're changing how people react and deal with stress on a higher level. Not just how do I sell them this product or this product. It's how do you balance your life. They have a much bigger mission.
Yes, they do.
Just selling the one thing. And I know that the group we're in, we talk about that a lot, of being mission focused. And to be fair, it takes a while to come up with that mission for yourself.
Oh, yeah.
It's not something you're going to necessarily know that you're doing right away. So, we all have different missions and things we do. And we may not be able to articulate those, so you don't have to be able to articulate your vision and mission when you're doing this. But if you put the right group together, you're going to find yourself doing bigger work than just selling the 4 objects. Let's say you've got, 4 widgets, 4 different direct sales companies. You're going to sell those things. Okay. Yep. But the next thing you're going to do is you're going to see people are going to have, like she did, a self-care retreat, and they've got an international company wanting to. How many new audiences is she going to be in front of for that?
Right.
She might not have to do lead generation ever again.
Right. Exactly. Just working
from the ground up.
Exactly. Working through those and being able to say, look, I've already done one international retreat for an international company. We had people from all over the world joining us.
Mm-hmm.
And so other companies are going to see that and go, well, we want that for our employees, right? So they're going to start hiring her for that as well. So listener, I want you to really
dimension to her business.
Exactly. And I don't know if this is the vision she had when she started this, but let me tell you, I know she's super excited about this because, it's made her business bigger than her now.
And sometimes you do have to be ready to just be along for the ride.
Oh yeah. And that's
sometimes the ride gets a lot bigger than you think it is. Sometimes things start small and they get a lot bigger.
Oh God, I love you, Stacy.
Guys, we never have any fun together, though. By the way, we are always very prim and proper.
Oh yeah, we're totally prim and proper. Properly dirty.
If you're gonna be dirty, be proper about it.
Exactly. So you've already addressed it briefly, but one of the things that you have for the listener right now is a checklist of the 10 things that they would need to get started on their own event. Totally free. So guys, what I need you to do, grab your phone right now, because we all know you're listening through your phone. Grab your phone, pull up the episode, scroll through the show notes, and you're going to find the link that takes you directly to Stacy's giveaway. So you don't have to go try and write down the website or anything like that. If you're watching on YouTube, just pull up the page, go down in the description. It's going to be in the description. You'll have the access to the link to go grab this information. So you can start seeing, okay, what is it that I need? And then you look at that list and you go, I think I need to talk to Stacy.
Well, I don't know. First thing I'm going to say is yes, they're going to get that ebook, that checklist. Okay.
Good.
But they're not just going to get the checklist.
There's more?
Yeah. They're going to get a webinar after the checklist that goes deeper into each of the things on the checklist.
No way.
And then after that, they're going to get a strategy session with my colleague in crime and I to find out,
what do you really need?
What does it all mean?
Yeah. It's like you said at the very beginning, you're meeting people where they are, right? So what is it you're looking to do? What do you need? How can we help you? How can we serve you? And let me tell you guys, I've been through her strategy session. Wowzers.
It wasn't just a 15-minute whatever, right?
No, it's a real strategy session that really digs in, and you get access to all the notes, all the everything. And let me tell you guys, it's worth it. I can't believe you're not just getting the checklist. I can't believe you're giving them the webinar too. Holy crap. Holy crap. So guys, go grab that link now. Hurry up before she changes her mind.
Take the webinar down.
Hurry up before she changes her mind. Do it. No, Stacy, I am so glad that you are on the show today, because I really honestly, in my bones, like right now, I'm getting this like goosebumpy thing all over my whole body, thinking about the people who are about to take their business bigger and get in front of the people who need them in order to make their lives better.
It's not just about your widget.
No.
And I'm coming from a background of, if you, this is my dirty little secret I've never told you.
Uh-oh. Okay.
Let's see, probably 30 years worth of various direct sales sequential failures.
Oh, yeah.
Including that one cosmetics company.
Right.
And another one I can think of, and at least 2 home cleaning products type ones. And I am a member of a variety of direct sales companies still to this day. mostly for my own discount, but I actually joined one at the very beginning of this past month. I built a team of 6 people in 6 days and sold 6 products.
Wow.
And got commissions on all of that, enough to pay for my product, my original purchase myself in 6 days. In 6 days, I had a team and my product paid for, and I have a second product. I earned a second product.
That's awesome.
And it would not have happened. Actually, that particular thing would not have happened had I not been involved in a larger business sense, a larger business world. Yep. So I say that to let you know that you guys are all in direct sales and you're rocking it. I was in direct sales and sucked at it. Now, because of the community I have built and the connections I have built, I have re-entered a couple of direct sales companies just for the product for myself. But it also is building bigger for myself because I have this larger vision. So it's like a snowball that grows a bigger snowball and a bigger snowball and a bigger snowball. You already have the direct sales part. You've got a great thing.
Yeah.
But you can grow that into a massive gift for humanity, if you will.
Yeah.
And only you know what that gift is going to be from yourself, because it's going to come from all of your different pieces of magic in your life and the widget that you have and the widgets that your friends have and colleagues have. So don't be afraid to dream and be creative on what you want to look your event like Marcy did. It's not a summit. It's a retreat. It's not, it doesn't have to be called a summit. It doesn't have to be structured like everybody else's. The more creative you are and the better, the more exciting your event's going to be. And you could end up on an international stage.
Yeah, exactly. And here she is, this gal in the Midwest. We'll leave location unknown, but gal in the Midwest is now suddenly on an international stage talking
about self-care.
And that's not where she originally started with her business 4 years ago. So it's this amazing opportunity to really get in front of more people. And right now, people are staying at home, working from home. They have a little more flexibility.
They know what a Zoom call is, so they can more easily access if that's where you are. People are they're not gonna go, get on a what?
Yeah.
So
exactly.
It is ripe time.
It definitely is. It definitely is. This is the time. And we're frankly, we're going into wintertime now. People are going to have even more time on their hands than before, because now you can't even go outside unless you want to freeze balls off. It's,
No.
Yeah, no. So they're going to be inside and they need to do something. So why not have an awesome summit or an awesome online event that allows you to get in front of more people?
Pass on some of your brilliance, give them something free. They learn something, they get something, they come back to you because you're good at it. You and your colleagues all get leads, and you can then build your business farther, and you could build it to places you don't even know you were going to build it to.
I know, right? It's amazing. It's amazing. Don't be afraid to dream big, people. I'm saying. So, well, Stacy, thank you so much for your time and your expertise, and frankly, your very dirty sense of humor. Y'all are missing the face she's making right now if you're listening on the podcast.
Need to be on YouTube.
You got to go check it out on YouTube. You should have seen the face she was making. It was adorable. I've never seen this woman blush, and she almost did. So thank you so much for your time. I so appreciate you. I thank my lucky stars that I got to meet you in Virginia's class over the summer, because you are a true blessing in my life. What's that?
Sister in sin.
Yes. Seriously, sisters in sin.
At least in our brain, whether
right.
we're,
I know.
We're not going to say whether we do or don't do anything we talk about.
Well, people can go back and listen to my first 3 episodes and they'll know because I'm an open book. I give the basics.
I'm pretty well an open book too.
So, well, thank you so much for your time, Stacy. And I can't wait to see you on the Badass Direct Sales Mastery Virtual Summit in just a few days.
I know.
Cool. Take care. And hey, everybody, don't forget, stay tuned for the next Badass episode.
Thanks for listening to the Badass Direct Sales Mastery Podcast with your direct sales dom, Jennie Bellinger. Why are you waiting to go to badassdirectsalesmastery.com? Don't make the dom get her whip. If you enjoyed this episode, make sure to share it with another rock star that you know in direct sales after you subscribe to the podcast so you won't miss any future episodes. You can also check out the show notes for links and any contact information mentioned in today's episode. We'll see you next time.